Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session Daily Takkar Rapid Series. In this lecture series daily we are discussing 10 quality MCQs based on today's current affairs. Today is class 87 and the lead topic is Operation Kachchhap. Okay, so let's discuss today's 10 MCQs. But before that, what we are doing daily we are discussing one quotation which is helping us to prepare for essay and ethics paper in our mains examination, right? So today's quotation is by Benjamin Franklin. Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are. Yes, that is true. The statement is very relevant, we can say, in terms of achieving justice in our society. Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected. So that means basically those people against whom the injustice is not done. So simply they are not related to a particular act of injustice. Yes, good evening Anand. Good evening online students. So when the people who are not affected by the injustice in a particular instance, when they are equally outraged because of the injustice that is happening to some people, then only we can say that the justice will be served. Okay. For example, we can say that the example of simply we can say gang rape. Okay. So what we had witnessed in the Nirbhaya incident, the inhuman act that we have let's say seen in 2012. After that, whole country there was outrage by common people who were not affected, but they were equally outraged, though we can say that, as those who are affected by that incident. One such example. Other example you can give, India Against Corruption campaign, Anna Hazare 2011. You remember this? So the people were, let's say, protesting. So generally, even if the person is not directly affected due to corruption, widespread corruption that was going on or that is going on in the, let's say, country, so all people were outraged, even let's say directly or indirectly affected. One such example you should be. So simply one should not ignore that if injustice is being done in front of you and you are witnessing that, you are aware of that, and you are not voicing your concern, your opinion, and you are not let's say fighting for that, okay, so justice will not be done in that situation. So it is truly we can say very relevant to, let's say, all social issues that are going on in the country, be it related to communal violence, or be it related to caste conflicts, regional conflicts, or we can say that the domestic violence and the kind of criminal acts against the women. All these issues needs some kind of outrage by those who are not affected. ठीक है, सबने मिलके उसके ऊपर हमने एक क्यूमुलेटिव कलेक्टिव वॉइस क्रिएट होना चाहिए, उसमें जनरेट करना चाहिए. इट शुड बी काइंड ऑफ मूवमेंट, what we witnessed in Me Too movement, and what we witnessed during this let's say Nirbhaya incident, or we can say that India Against Corruption. The similar kind of outrage should be there, and no nonsense approach should be there to against all kinds of injustice that are happening. कोई भी incidents of let's say injustice छोटा या बड़ा नहीं होता है, ठीक है. So one should deal with this statement. But for justice towards the gang rape, people demand capital punishment, but a lot of people are against capital punishment even for the rapists. Bring ethical point. Yes, of course, capital punishment itself is let's say long debated topic. Of course, there are ethical concerns related to retributive justice and reformative justice. But yes, of course, one should also try to understand that reformative justice is we can say more long term as compared to retributive justice, but at the same time to send a strong message in the society, especially towards the antisocial elements, We need such kind of capital punishment, especially how J.S. Verma committee after Nirbhaya incident also upheld in the rarest of the rare case there should be capital punishment, but it should be restricted to rarest of the rare cases. Fine, Anand? Okay, let's talk about now today's 10 MCQs. Okay, these are today's 10 MCQs. Topics. Let's try to solve them one by one. First one, it is talking about Operation Kachchhap. Okay, so Operation Kachchhap. Right, so this Operation Kachchhap was recently in news, and this अगर आपको local नाम पता होगा तो Kachchhap is basically name to Kachhua, or we can say Kurma. Simply it is related to turtles or tortoise. अगर ये आपको regional name पता है तो you can easily find out here that first statement it is talking about turtles of Ganges. This is true, this is correct statement. The operation was conducted by Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. Now you may be thinking like this, but you should understand Wildlife Crime Control Bureau is largely a coordinating body in terms of coordination among different enforcement agencies who are dealing with these crimes, and along with that it is also coordinating agency. Okay, so again this is incorrect statement. This particular operation was carried out by DRI, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, attached office under, we can say, Ministry of Finance. This is incorrect statement. Okay, in past there was Operation Kurma also by DRI. So you should be knowing that such kind of operations are carried out especially to reduce the illegal wildlife trade, right? So A is the correct answer here. Let's talk about now next question. What should be answer to this one? Very good, Anand. Yes, A is the correct answer. Right. Aniruddha, yes. Sorry, Ananda. Yes, Ananda, yes, A is the correct answer. What should be answer to this one? Microplastics. Right. Pollutants related, there is always one or two questions in prelims examination. Microplastic, like this year they asked, let's say, oil pollution in terms of marine pollution. We are expecting such kind of question in terms of plastic pollution also in mains examination, and prelims के लिए तो important है ही. Right, microplastic as the name suggests, micro no, तो आपको समझना चाहिए ना कि mm में होगा, यहाँ पे nanometer ले, this is incorrect. Okay, so it should be less than 5 mm, उसको microplastic बोला गया है. So we can say that this is incorrect. Although they repel water, long exposure to ultraviolet rays changes their properties. Now this is the new finding by the scientists, and this finding suggests that the microplastics are also found in clouds. That means what we can say here, that microplastics, if they start acting as the hygroscopic nuclei, that will lead to more and more condensation and precipitation in future. Till the date, the understanding was that the microplastic repelled the water, and that's why it is not found in the clouds or in atmosphere. But the new study finds that it can turn into hygroscopic water attracting. How? Through long exposure to the ultraviolet rays. It can change its properties. This is the new finding. Primary microplastics are formed by natural processes, whereas secondary microplastics are formed manufacturing. Now this is incorrect. See, try to understand the primary and secondary, the name is given in terms of derived. So primary microplastic are like directly, which are, let's say, entering into the water bodies through human activities. Like for example, if we say the beauty products, scrub and all, तो उसमें microplastics होता है. Okay, and that microplastic is directly entering into water bodies through sewage. Thereafter, what happens is, let's say, the bulk plastic is further degraded into small plastic or microplastic through a, let's say, impact of pressure or heat conditions, and that result into microplastic formation, that is called as secondary microplastic. ये कोई manufacture नहीं हो रहा है secondary, it is also naturally formed. So this is incorrect. and that's why only one, that is A, is the correct answer. Very good, Anand. Yes, Vijay, good evening. So yes, what should be the answer to this one? A is the correct answer for microplastic. Right, moving on to next. What should be answer to this one? Domestic pricing, gas pricing. Recently the gas prices of the LPG cylinders increased, that's why it is in news. Right, domestic gas pricing is revised monthly under the new pricing methodology. This is true. Earlier it was done 6 monthly basis. Earlier it was done 6 monthly basis. Now it is now done on monthly basis. So first statement is correct. The new pricing is based on the weighted price prevailing at 4 global gas trading hub. Now this was, again we can say, earlier, or this was past methodology. This methodology has changed now, and at present we are simply referring to preceding, let's say, month prices of crude product basket in the country. इंडिया में ही ये क्रूड प्रोडक्ट्स का प्राइसेस कैसे फ्लक्चुएट हो रहा है प्रीसीडिंग मंथ, उसके बेसिस पे अगले मंथ पे उसकी वैल्यू डिसाइड की जाती है. राइट, सो वी कैन से दैट दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. फर्स्ट वन इज करेक्ट and that's why one only is the correct answer. Fine, okay, let's move on to next question. Okay, e-sport was in news recently. Why? Because for the first time in Asian Games of this year edition, so they were included as a medal event, okay, in 2023. So e-sport is recognized by International Olympic Committee. This is true. But the Summer Olympics have not included yet as a medal event. E-sport को अभी तक Olympics में include नहीं किया गया है. Asian Games this year for the first time e-sport has been included. So we can say both statements are correct here. C is the correct answer. ठीक है? All right. Fourth, C is the correct answer. Very good, Anand. Now let's move on to next question. Very simple. Samvariya Seth temple, which was recently news, our Prime Minister visited the temple recently. ठीक है, is located in which of the following states? Yes, Rajasthan, near Chittorgarh, Rajasthan. We know that the assembly elections will be held, and that's why for we can say that electioneering, our Prime Minister visited Rajasthan, so he visited this temple. This is Krishna temple. Okay, Lord Krishna. Fine, Samvariya Seth temple. D is the correct answer. Right. This one about coal production in the country. Resources. Yes, D is the correct answer, everyone. Chirag, yes. What should be answer to this one? USA is the largest coal producing country in the world at present. This is 4th largest. See, developed countries are now shifting towards more cleaner sources of energy. उन्होंने coal का dependence कम कर दिया है. Now the developing countries like China, India, they are more dependent on coal. Use that logic. It is not talking about reserves. It is talking about production. ठीक है? India's coal production has steadily increased in last 1 decade. Such kind of statement framing has been there by UPSC. When we say steadily increase means ये धीरे धीरे बढ़ता गया है. But you should remember what happened in COVID-19. 2020-21 year saw decline in the coal production. Not only due to decline in demand, but also due to certain other factors like we can say flooding of coal mines. Along with that, the labor, let's say supply was not there because of COVID-19 in the mines. Also there was, let's say, concern related to railways. Southern Indian states तक railways का उस time पे कुछ तो issue आया था, उसकी वजह से भी production का issue था. Okay, so but main factor is basically lack of demand during COVID-19. All industries were shut down at that time for economic activities largely. ठीक है, तो इसकी वजह से ये concern था. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Private sector accounts for more than 50% of total production in India. You should know that coal sector is still public sector dominated region, or we can say sector. Coal India Limited, CIL, alone produces 80%, about 80% of the coal in the country, public sector. Again, this is incorrect. So, yes, none of the above. D is the correct answer. ठीक है, D is the correct answer. Yes, Anand, guess is correct. D is the correct answer here. But don't guess such kind of things in the answer, examination. Purely factual question. ठीक है. About Astra beyond visual range air to air missile. So first one is correct. It is talking about that only beyond visual range air to air missile. It was developed with the help of USA. Now this is incorrect, right? It is developed indigenously by DRDO. है ना? DRDO ने indigenously develop किया है. Range of the missile is 1000, 1500. इतना ज़्यादा range वाला कौन सा है? अपना अग्नि वाला है. ठीक है. Basically, this particular missile is to deal with highly maneuverable, we can say that missiles, especially what we can say, highly missiles in the range of 100 kilometer. Maneuverable मतलब easily maneuverate करना उसको, direction change करना, right? So 100 kilometer is its range, not this one. So two statements are incorrect here, only one, that is A is the correct answer. Very good. So 7th ka A is the correct answer. Fine. Okay. Now let's talk about next. All right. The statement macrophages. Macrophages, it is a kind of white bloods which helps in human immune system. Immune system, red blood cell बोल रहा है और immune system बोल रहा है. Use your logic. We know that white blood cells deals with the immune system of the country, right? It can produce variety of cytokines which are signaling molecules that regulate the immune response in the human being. During COVID-19, you must have come across the cytokinin storm and all these terms, right? Cytokinin storm, antibody rush, जिसको बोलते हैं, right? So yes, this is true. We can say second statement. This is also, we can say, incorrect. First one is incorrect. Second is correct. So answer should be here only 2, macrophage. Now UPSC has now shifted towards asking largely questions related to biology and biotechnology in general science. ठीक है. Generally applied physics and applied chemistry. Earlier it used to ask questions from physics, chemistry also, but now largely it limits biology and biotechnology. And yes, the other emerging technologies, be it digital technology, fintech, financial technology, दूसरे डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजी है, स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी है, न्यूक्लियर टेक्नोलॉजी है, नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी है, तो नए टेक्नोलॉजीज के ऊपर वो ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे हैं क्वेश्चंस में, राइट? ओके, ऑलराइट, मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट. ओके, सो सेला टनल प्रोजेक्ट, वेयर इट इज लोकेटेड? अरुणाचल प्रदेश. Tawang district of Arunachal Pradesh. Yes, it is located, West Kamang district of Arunachal Pradesh, and it ensures the Tawang region is connected with the Assam all-weather connectivity. Both statements are correct. Basically, it is helping us to have movement of defense personnel near the border region. Tawang region, it is, we can say, hotly contested region. इंडिया चाइना के साथ हमेशा वहाँ पर हम बोलते हैं स्टैंड ऑफ होने के चांसेस होते हैं. Then it will be longest bi-lane tunnel in the world. Yes, that is true. This is also true, right? So around it is 4 kilometer. Okay, bi-lane tunnel. Now all statements are correct here regarding Zila tunnel. Fine. Location, you can see that ये वाला location, Tawang region. ठीक है. What about this vaccine? Today's newspaper, The Hindu, right? R21 matrix M vaccine was approved by WHO. Rejected बोल रहा है, rather it is approved. ठीक है, तो ये incorrect statement है. It is using vaccine adjuvant technology. Yes, adjuvant means it is kind of helper. It is kind of helper. That means here the other, let's say, co-unit or unit of the vaccine is helping the we can say that dealing with that particular parasite in this case malaria. ठीक है, मतलब दूसरे डिसीज के लिए डील करने वाला एक एडजुवेंट जो है डेवलप किया हुआ वो यहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, so vaccine adjuvant technology is that one, and it is helping us to develop this vaccine against malaria for the first time. Okay, so this is going to be helpful, especially tropical countries where the disease burden of malaria is huge. Yes, co-developed by University of Oxford, Serum Institute of India from. ठीक है, so 3 statements are correct here. C is the correct answer, right? Okay, all these are all 10 MCQs. Any question related to them? Okay, fine. Okay, then let us stop. Okay.